We're told to just keep walking to stay healthy as we age. But did you know that in the US, 1 in 4 older adults falls every year? Often because walking alone doesn't train the muscles that actually catch you. While our independence slips away in soft recliners, Japanese elders are doing something different. In Japan, 80-year-olds can stand up from the floor without even using their hands. Today, I'm showing you 6 secret movements they do every day to protect their strength and balance. It's time to stop just walking and start moving with purpose. So, why is it that we walk more than almost any other generation, yet falls remain the leading cause of injury for Americans over 60? It's a frustrating puzzle. You're doing what the doctor said, you're getting your steps in. You're staying active, and yet, standing up from your favorite recliner feels like a chore, and a simple flight of stairs feels like climbing a mountain. The truth is, there is a massive difference between cardio and functional strength. In the US and our world is designed for comfort. We have soft sofas, elevated chairs, and smooth, flat sidewalks. But that comfort comes at a price. When we spend our lives in chairs, our stabilizer muscles, the ones around your hips and knees that actually keep you upright, basically go to sleep. Compare that to Japan, one of the world's most famous blue zones. In Japan, daily life is a workout. Many elders there still spend time on the floor, sitting on tatami mats. They aren't just walking, they are constantly squatting, lunging, and balancing as they move through their homes. Their bodies aren't necessarily younger by age, but their joints are more stable because they never stopped using them in those deep, functional ways. Think of your body like a ship. Walking is the engine that keeps you moving forward. That's your heart and lungs. But your stabilizers are the anchor and the rigging. You can have the best engine in the world, but if the rigging is weak, the first gust of wind is going to knock you over. This isn't just a theory. A landmark Harvard study from 2020 confirmed this. They found that while walking is great for circulation, it has almost zero impact on preventing falls. However, when seniors added specific balance and leg-strengthening movements, their risk of injury dropped by a staggering 35%. Today, we're going to borrow that Japanese floor-to-ceiling wisdom. We're going to wake up those sleeping stabilizers and turn your body back into a steady, reliable vessel. We aren't just going for a walk. We're going to build a foundation that lasts. Ready? Let's start with our first primary movement. Our first movement is the resting squat. In Japan, this isn't just an exercise, it's a way of life. You'll see elders squatting while gardening, waiting for the bus, or even just sharing a conversation. While we in the West have become accustomed to soft chairs and high sofas, our hip joints have paid the price by becoming stiff and locked. This movement is designed to reactivate your entire lower body and restore that primitive flexibility we all had as children. It's the secret to having the hip mobility and leg power to stand up from a chair or a toilet with total ease. The setup. To do this safely, I want you to stand in front of a sturdy surface. Your kitchen countertop or the back of a heavy armchair is perfect. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and turn your toes out just a little bit, like the hands of a clock at 10 and 2. How to do it. Hold on to your countertop or chair for support. Slowly begin to lower your hips toward the floor. Imagine you are trying to sit down between your heels. Only go as far as feels comfortable for you today. Even a partial squat is a huge win. The most important part, keep your heels flat on the ground. If your heels lift, you're putting too much stress on your knees. Keep them down to engage your glutes and hamstrings. The breathing. While you're in the squat, don't hold your breath. Take slow, deep breaths into your lower belly. Imagine the air is helping to expand your hip joints from the inside out, releasing years of tension. Common mistakes. A big one I see is letting your knees cave inward toward each other. Instead, think about gently pushing your knees out so they stay right over your toes. Also, try to keep your chest lifted rather than rounding your back into a ball. Safety first. If your knees feel a bit rusty, please use the support of your chair or counter to take some of the weight off. We want to invite your body back into this movement, not force it. Start by holding this for 30 seconds once or twice a day. You'll be surprised how quickly your body remembers how to move this way. Now that we've awakened the hips, let's build the rooted strength needed to keep you steady on your feet. Ready for the next one. Let's look at the balance and horse stance. Now, we're moving into the foundation of what I call rooted strength. In Japan, Being able to stand firm is a symbol of vitality, and scientifically, it's your best defense against a sudden fall. We're going to train your nervous system to react faster and your muscles to hold stronger without ever needing to jump or strain your joints. Module 5, the single leg stand. This first movement is actually one of the greatest predictors of longevity. In fact, Japanese researchers found that if you can't hold this for at least 20 seconds, your risk for future mobility issues increases significantly. But don't worry, we're going to build that skill together. Stand near a wall or a sturdy countertop for safety. Shift your weight onto one leg and slowly lift the other foot just an inch off the floor. Keep your torso upright and find a single spot on the wall to focus your gaze. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch sides. If you feel a little wobbly, that's actually a good thing. It means your brain is working hard to talk to the tiny muscles in your ankles and feet. Balance isn't just physical, it's your brain reconnecting with your feet. Module 4, the horse stance. Next, we have the horse stance. This is a classic posture that builds incredible endurance in your thighs and hips. It uses isometric strength, which means your muscles are firing at 100% while your joints stay perfectly still. It's total power with zero impact. Step your feet out wider than your shoulders. With your toes turned slightly outward, slowly bend your knees as if you're sitting back onto a high. Invisible stool. Keep your back straight and your chest open. Hold this position for 30 seconds while taking deep, calm breaths. You should feel a warm burn in your thighs, but you shouldn't feel pain in your knees. If it's too much, just stand up a little higher. This move builds the brakes your body needs to catch yourself if you ever trip. It gives you that feeling of being rerouted like a stone. Practicing these 2 daily will turn your legs into a reliable foundation, giving you the trust you need to walk anywhere with confidence, ready to improve your circulation and smooth out your stride. Let's look at the next 2 movements. After building that rooted strength, we need to address a silent thief of independence, the shuffling gait. As we get older, we often stop picking up our feet, and our ankles become stiff. In Japan, they call the calves the second heart, because every time those muscles flex, they pump vital blood back up to your chest. We're going to wake up that pump and bring back the spring in your step. Module 3, mindful walking sampa. In Japan, there is a practice called senpa, a form of intentional, slow-motion walking. This isn't about getting your steps in. It's about reconnecting your brain to the sensations of the earth beneath you. It is the best way to eliminate that dangerous shuffling habit. Find a clear space in your hallway or living room. Walk at about 1/4 of your normal speed. As you take a step, focus on the roll. Feel your heels strike the floor, then the midfoot, and finally, push off with your toes. This deliberate motion forces your brain to pay attention to your balance and strengthens the muscles that lift your toes, the very ones that prevent you from tripping on a rug or a curb. It brings a wonderful sense of peace of mind when you realize you are fully in control of every inch of your stride. Module 2, heel raises the second heart. Now, let's activate the pump. Your calf muscles are vital for your circulation. When they're strong, they prevent fluid from pooling in your ankles, that heavy leg feeling many of us get by the end of the day. Stand behind a sturdy chair or place your hands against a wall for total safety. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as is comfortable. The key. Pause for a second at the top, feeling that squeeze in your calves. Lower back down with total control. Don't just drop. Imagine you are manually pumping energy back up into your body. This tiny movement reduces swelling and increases your walking speed. You're no longer shuffling. You're moving with purpose. We've opened the hips, built the balance, and activated the heart in your legs. Now, it's time for the ultimate shield, the one exercise that protects your freedom more than any other. Ready? Let's look at the wall squat. Finally, we've reached what I call the ultimate shield. If you only have time for one exercise from this entire list, let it be this one, the wall squat. In the medical community, we know that the greatest threat to independence after 60 is the loss of the quadriceps, those large muscles on the front of your thighs. When those go, simple tasks like standing up from a low chair or climbing a flight of stairs feel like conquering a mountain. But the problem for many of us is that traditional squats can be brutal on the knees. The wall squat is the solution. It's a joint-safe powerhouse that builds massive strength without the wear and tear. How to do it. Find a clear patch of wall in your home. Stand with your back flat against it and walk your feet forward about 12 inches, keeping them shoulder width apart. Slowly slide your back down the wall as if you're sitting into an invisible chair. Stop when your thighs are as close to parallel with the floor as you can comfortably get. Make sure your knees are stacked directly over your ankles, not drifting forward over your toes. The challenge. Simply hold. Keep your back pressed firmly against the wall and breathe naturally. This is what we call isometric training. Your muscles are firing at 100% capacity, but because there is no movement in the joint, there is zero friction on your kneecaps. I want you to start with 20 seconds and build up to a full minute. You're going to feel a deep, warm burn in your thighs. Embrace it. That is the feeling of conquering. That is your body building the exact power needed to climb stairs without that nagging ache. According to research from the University of Tsukuba, just 60 seconds of this a day can increase leg strength by 22% in just a few weeks. I often tell my students, 60 seconds of this is better than 60 minutes of mindless walking. You aren't just passing the time, you are forging the shield that protects your freedom. Now that we've completed all 6 movements, let's talk about the promise of the next 7 days and how you can reclaim your independence for good. Everything we've covered today leads back to one simple truth. Your body is incredibly adaptable. Regardless of the number on your birth certificate, we often mistake the rust of disuse for the inevitability of age. But as the elders in Japan show us every day, getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker. I want to challenge you to a 7-day movement reset. Choose just 2 or 3 of these exercises, maybe the wall squat and the single leg stand, Va Thokai Chung, every single morning for 1 week. By day 7, I promise you'll start to feel that rooted confidence returning to your step. You'll notice your legs feel sturdier when you stand up from a chair, and that lingering fear of a misstep will begin to fade. This is how we reclaim our freedom, not through a miracle pill, but through 10 minutes of intentional movement. Always remember, aging is a privilege. Don't let disuse take it away. You deserve to walk steadily, live independently, and move through the world without fear. If you found this helpful and you're ready to live a more active, independent life, please subscribe to the channel. We're here to support you every step of the way. And if your knees have been giving you trouble lately, you'll definitely want to check out this next video right here, where we dive into restoring knee mobility so you can keep moving without the ache. Your future self is waiting to thank you for starting today. Stay steady, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.